Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of Reese, and I am back with my friend Gilbay Santos, and we are here to bring you the locks of the week for week 11. Last week, me and Gil Santos went 3-0 with our locks. So if you stuck with us, you made a lot of money last week, okay? I won my parlay. Gil knows I sent it to him. I won my three-teamer. I bet it like I said I was going to. Won 420 bucks. Gil, did you bet your locks?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I hit all of them.
There
But
you
mine
go.
was mine was single bets.
There you go. So I did mine in a parlay. Gil did some single bets. So there you go. Either way, you make some money. So we're going to keep this going and look for a 6-0 back to back. And what we'll do is we'll do one pick at a time this week to make it interesting. So we'll start with one pick, and I'll go take mine, and we'll go back and forth. So Gil, great start. For the record, Gil had Buffalo beating Indianapolis by 4. They won easy. Gil had the Steelers covering 4. They won outright. And what was your other pick, Gil?
Denver covering the 7.
Yes, and Denver easily covered 7, could have won outright against Kansas City. So three really solid picks there. For myself, I had the Eagles who crushed Dallas. I mean, just beat down. The Chargers who had a 14-point lead or 17-point lead and gave a pat touchdown, still covered the 7.5. And of course, too bad he's not here this week because I would have gave it to him. The Arizona Cardinals somehow were a +1.5 at home to the Jets and won 31-6. I mean, I tried to warn Jose it wasn't going to be a beatdown for the Jets. It was going to be the other way around. So uh, we'll see you next time, Jose, for that one. All right, so let's make these picks quick because my son wants me to play with him. So as he tries to come into the shot here. Hello. Okay, Dom. Hi. All right. I'll be with you in 5 minutes, my friend. Get me some views. Okay. So let's start with pick number one. Gil, I will start. I'm going to take the Steelers +3. I think that the fact that they are +3 is a huge thing at home. I think that I was a little surprised when I saw they were a +3 because the Pittsburgh Steelers had the better record. Um, and I think that Baltimore's defense should never be a favorite on the road. So I've got the Steelers. For those who bet on Bet365 or pretty much any site, you can always buy a half point in case it's a 3-point game. But as it stands, it's +3, and I'm all over the Steelers getting +3 at home. Gil, who's your first pick? Your first lock.
My my first lock, I see Denver covering that 2 against Atlanta. I see Kirk Cousins having a big problem. Denver played solid last week against KC at home. I think a 2 is easy at home. I think it's a give me.
Yeah, I like Denver as well. I don't believe in the Falcons, people. I've said that before. When Kirk Cousins plays a good defense, it doesn't end up usually going very well for him. So let's go to the second lock. My second lock is the LA Chargers. Now I have to confirm the line. It's low. I think it's 1.5. Let me just verify the line. Yes,
It's
the
one and
Chargers.
a half.
Yeah, the Chargers are 1.5 point favorite. The Chargers to me have been one of the more impressive teams in the NFL this year. Gil has said many, many times the Bengals are a home team. They don't have any home wins this year. I think they got one home win this year, and they've actually won a few games on the road. But if you look at their road wins, they barely beat the Giants 17-7, and they beat Carolina. They haven't really been that impressive there either. I just think the Bengals, outside of their quarterback, were a very overrated team. And so I think that the Chargers and their defense win this game over the Bengals. And it's only 1.5. So pretty easy spread to take. Gil, who's your second lock?
My second lock, I like Green Bay covering the 5.5 against a horrible Chicago right now. I think Green Bay should win at least by a touchdown, or if not more. I don't see Chicago scoring too many points on that Green Bay secondary. See Williams is gonna have a hard time on that secondary. The only Chicago only can run the ball unless Swift does something because Williams and that wide receiver is not gonna do much. So I would take the Packers on the 5.5.
Now, here comes the hard part. My third one. I want to be different. I was thinking about taking Denver, but since Gil has Denver, I'm going to be different. Give me the Houston Texans, who really need to win this game and are going to a place where that I like to call scary world with Cooper Rush starting. Uh, Houston is getting. I don't usually like to take 7.5 points on the road, but after what the Eagles did to them last week, the commentary about the sun being in their eyes, Jerry World talking, players talking about the coach getting fired. This is a team that's falling apart by the day. Um, Houston is 6-4. They've been a little disappointing this year. I picked them to win to get to the Super Bowl. They've got to wake up now. They've got Nico Collins back. Their passing game should be great in this game. The running game should be awesome. And it's not going to be fun to beat the Cowboys again at home. Houston winning and covering 7.5 at Dallas. Gil, who's your final lock of the week?
I was also having a little bit troubles on this one, but I like Miami at home with the 7. I think they're going to be explosive at home. I don't think the Raiders will have the offense to match them point for point. And they also showed great defense last week against the Rams in LA. So if their defense plays like that, I don't see the Raiders covering that 7.
Yeah, the Raiders are just like I just don't know what they are. They have Brock Bowers, and I don't even know anyone else on the team. And so the Dolphins, if they're going to make a playoff push, they have to win this game. I mean, so there is that. It's a slim chance, but you've got to win that game if you're going to be in the playoffs. Now, I have a few bonus player props for you. I know Gil likes to play player props as well. So while I'm making my picks, maybe you'll think of some. Gil will like this one. Joe Mixon is going to have a huge day at Dallas. The Dallas run defense is the second worst in the NFL. Expect Joe Mixon to have a big day against Dallas, which will set up the play action, which hopefully leads to my boy Nico Collins having a big day himself in his return. Um, what was the other one here? So Indy is going to the Jets. Now, the Jets have been horrible. Let's not kid ourselves. But I think Brees Hall has a big day against Indianapolis's rush defense, and I think that allows Rodgers to calm himself down a little bit. And so Brees Hall has a big day against Indy. So take these are overs, by the way, in case you're wondering. These are overs. Um, and then I'm gonna do one more, just so you guys have a three-teamer to work with. Give me Christian McCaffrey. I think he has a big day against the Seabags in his second game back. They took it easy on him last week, but they didn't too many carries. They wanted to ease him into the lineup. I think he goes crazy against the Seabags. So there's your three-teamer running backs to go over as a bonus play. Gil, I know you like to play player props, especially during the Super Bowl. Do you got any player props this week you want to take? Or
Well, I agree with
anything
you.
else?
I agree with you. Mixon to me out of the whole week is the one that's going to have a big week. Dallas not going to have no answer for this guy. He's just going to go everywhere, I believe. I really think we should take Josh Allen on the over and a rushing touchdown because he might have to do this himself. Uh,
True.
the team's a little banged up front. He might be doing a lot of this. I see him doing a lot of options and running it in himself. And then we can never count out uh, Derrick Henry. But I'm actually going to flip to you can just pick Montgomery or Gibbs from the Lions. They're going to have a field day at home as well. You can pick any of the two. One or the other will get a touchdown. And then I also think the Miami Dolphins, Mozart or Ackman, will have a field day too against the Raiders. So it's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a fun week. And I also agree. I see McCaffrey running in a touchdown this week as well.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a couple more, even though, like I said, only three, but I'm going to give you a couple more. Kyron Williams and Gil's boy, Josh Jacobs. I think they'll have big rushing days as well against their opponents. The Bears' defense is good, but struggles against the run. And the Rams better use Kyron Williams more than they did against the Dolphins because they tried to throw it too much against the Dolphins and it cost them the game. So I expect to see a lot of Kyron Williams. They used Corkum a little too much last week, or Corum, the new running back. I think it took Williams out of his rhythm. So have a look out for that as well. So those are our locks of the week, guys. Take those three teamers, put them together, play them separate, do what you like, but make some money with us. because we're 3-0 and we're looking for 6-0. So watch out for this duo right here. And if we can find Jose and get him out of his slumber, maybe we can get some picks for him before the weekend's over. But we can't wait around for him to wake up. We got to go with the guys we've got. So the 3-0 guys will go. Just so you know, Jose was 2-1 last week. His one was the ugly Jets loss at Arizona. So we'll have to talk to him about that when he's on the show next. So those are our picks for this week, our locks of the week. We like to bring this short show for you to make you some money. So please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think. We're doing this to get some more subscriptions. It takes 2 seconds, guys, to hit the subscribe button. You don't have to hit the follow button, just hit the subscribe button. Helps us make more content and keeps me motivated to do the show. So for the mouth of North Andrew Reese and Gilbay Santos, we will see you next week on the Reese Report. And as always, hit my music.